Welcome back to our channel. Hear me out. I'm Dee.
I'm E.
And today we're going to be giving you guys another review, this time on a recently popular but old show that is called Suits. So Suits was actually a show that used to run on regular cable TV, USA Network, and it was released, I believe, last month on Netflix. And for some reason, everybody's lost their minds, and it's been like the highest rated or like the most viewed show like for several weeks going, and people are just going crazy about it. Now, I never watched the like show when it was airing, but E did. So she'll be able to give you guys some like prior fan, some real fan knowledge here.
Yeah.
What was the show about? Give us the synopsis.
All right. So the synopsis, if you guys haven't watched it, it's like all the cool people are about to be mentioned. Let's just have a moment of silent meditation though for Harvey Specter. Because this man is the man of my dreams. But this is not about me. But I love him. All right, so the synopsis is set in a fictional New York City corporate law firm. It follows Mike Ross, which is Patrick J. Adams, who uses his photographic memory to talk his way into a job as an associate working for successful closer attorney Harvey Specter, played by Gabrielle Mack. Despite being a college dropout who never attended law school, although he passed the LSAT multiple times by illegal proxy, because of his photographic memory.
Right.
Suit focuses on Harvey and Mike winning lawsuits and closing cases while at the same time hiding Mike's secret. It features Rick Hoffman as Louis Litt, a neurotic, manipulative, and unscrupulous financial law partner, Meghan Markle, as an ambitious, talented paralegal, Rachel Zane, Sarah Rafferty as Harvey's legal secretary and confidant, Donna Paulson, and Gina Torres. She's so beautiful, guys. I know, this is my commentary. As the firm's profit above all managing partner, Jessica Pearson, which she ended up having her own show, but it was only like one season, which I'm so devastated about because her fashion and just her persona overall is like amazing. But what did you think of Suits?
Well, I really liked it. Okay, so full disclosure, I work in the legal field, so of course it was something that I really liked and I enjoyed.
Do you have a Harvey Specter there?
No, no. I don't do
Next.
I don't do the corporate law or whatever. But I like it was really annoying to me that Mike wouldn't just go and get his own degree and like actually pass the bar himself and become a lawyer. Like he could have at any point. He could have, and he did it, and it was like freaking annoying me because it's like people work really hard. Like I know so many lawyers, attorneys, or whatnot, and like they work really hard to get to where they're at. And this person, while yes, Mike, is good at what he does, still he didn't go through the same process, and he got handed this role because he just met like perfect old Harvey Specter over there, who like is a little bit of a mischievous person himself, and got the job off of that. And I was just like, I forgave Harvey because the man is Harvey.
Yeah.
But Mike was just annoying to me. And so anyway, throughout like, the show and all that stuff, like you see everything that happens between them. I did like a lot the relationship that Harvey and Mike had. It was kind of like the big brother, little brother thing. And Meghan Markle, who also frustrated me because her character, she plays a paralegal who could have been an attorney also, but she had this issue with test taking and everything. And I know that that's a real thing. I know people have issues with that, but still, it was like, girl.
Well, she did become an attorney later on.
I know, but still, it's like, time wasted people. Donna to me was hilarious because it was like she guarded Harvey like there was no tomorrow.
She sucked.
Hater. And I know why you hating. And but we'll get to that. And then of course Jessica Pearson, which was, I mean,
Her fashion.
love
Oh,
her. Love her.
Afro-Latina.
Yeah.
Just phenomenal. I
And
love
that
her.
was one of the first things too that like caught my attention of the show is that here is, we're introduced, of course, right away to Mike and to Harvey, and Harvey's like just perfect. But he's very much your typical like narcissistic, well, pseudo narcissistic, like, kind of white male in the corporate world. But then you meet his boss, and his boss is this badass woman who is not only a woman, but she's also Latina or Afro-Latina, and she's just like, I loved her. Just it was every time I saw her, I was like
And her name is on the wall.
it's
Mm.
hello. Like it was really cool. Lewis, I know that like, he eventually becomes palatable, but at least like because a lot of the earlier stuff is really fresh in my memory. I couldn't stand him. He was annoying and he was so jealous of Harvey and whatever. Anyway, what did you think?
I love this show. So, okay, full disclaimer, I'm a Meghan hater, right? But I just gotta say it. I'm a Meghan hater now. But before, like when it first initially aired, I love anything law, anything government, anything doctor. I guess I just like anything at this point, except scary stuff. But but I started watching the show because Meghan Markle was in it. And you guys know we've had so many videos now. I keep saying it. I like pretty people. So I think Meghan Markle is a very pretty woman. So I was like, oh, okay, let me see what it is. And then I saw Harvey, and I'm like, I'm in love. He's everything I've dreamed of and more. He is the ultimate lawyer, attorney, person, confident, just like
Oh yeah.
he walks into a room and he just commands attention. Who doesn't love that?
Yeah.
But I fell off. So then I started watching it on Netflix, and I like a lot of the characters, to be honest. I, of course, will forever love Harvey, except when he decided to marry Paula at the end.
Donna.
Oh, whatever her name is. Donna. Why do I keep calling her Paula? Oh, Donna.
Paulson.
Donna Paulson. Okay. Yeah, he decided to marry Donna, which I thought they were a mismatch. A complete mismatch. They had this whole back and forth. I like you, I don't, but it's not said, but it's kind of implied. But it was just weird. And then when she was the legal secretary,
Mhm.
and then she got this little dose of power, becoming I think it was a COO,
Mhm.
like later on, and she didn't know how to act. She thought she was hot shit, and I could not stand it. I'm like, girl, take several seats because you're nobody. And there was this specific, I don't know which season it was, but Paula wanted her name on the wall.
Donna.
Whatever her name is, Donna. Donna wanted her name on the wall,
Mhm.
and I'm like, girl, are you delusional? You're not an attorney. Like, why are you so
That's
butthurt? Yeah, yeah, why are you so butthurt that your name is not on the wall? And how does she have 500,000, or was it 250,000 or $500,000 at her disposal to put in as partner? I'm like, what kind of money is she making? Do I need a career change? These are real thoughts for real people. But so Meghan Markle's character, which is Rachel Zane, I really liked her. I'm like, oh, she finally knows how to act. And then she fell off, married Prince Harry, and that's the end of her acting career because she gave it up. Her one role, which she did well, and then she left. But I think she's trying to do something now, isn't she?
I don't know. There's just speculation.
Okay, fine. We're not going to argue about Meghan Markle here.
Not today.
But I really liked her character. I really liked her dad. He was also an attorney. Let's see who else. Patrick Adams, Jay Adams, which is Mike Ross. I have a problem with him. I thought it was, kind of cute, I guess, that he got in and pretended to be an attorney and
Yeah.
stuff and a whole know it all. But I have a problem with him holding himself accountable and being like, hey, I'm messing up all these people's lives. Like, I
Hmm.
don't belong here. I got lucky
Yeah.
for, X number of months. Like, why don't I just leave and like,
Yeah.
Harvey helped me out. So why aren't I looking out for him?
Right.
And then Harvey and Jessica, when they finally knew, they protected him.
Yeah.
It's just I'm like your license, your
Yeah.
life, your reputation. That doesn't make any sense to me whatsoever.
No. No. No.
Whatsoever.
No. Mm-mm. And that was, I think, one of the things that like was because of my career. It was like just digging at me. It's like one of the main things you learn is you protect their bar card, you protect their license, right? Like this, you are working under them. You are doing these things representative of your attorney, and so this person who is not an attorney to then present himself as one and cause all types of craziness. Yeah, like you said, he got lucky, for however long, but at the end of the day, it's like there were so many instances where it could have gone south really quick, and then what would have happened? And I don't really like I would have expected that once, Jessica specifically, once she found out, would have been like, hey, like get your butt in school right now, like let's make this correct. But then it's like also like, thinking of just like in terms of actual legalities here, like what happens when like you are caught doing these kind of things, right? The person who knew and your employer or whatever, like they get disbarred, then there's all the
Which
issues.
Jessica did. That's why she left to Chicago.
It's like hello, and then
He almost did.
but that's the thing, that's what I'm saying. Like I don't understand. Like this is a whole consequence, right? And then it's like, and then also too, like the cases and how that gets affected and everything, because one of the things that like kind of made Mike redeemable was that he seemed to actually care about people, right? Like he seemed to care about clients and just people in general. He was trying to do like good, but it's like you're doing something bad for the sake of doing something good. It doesn't always work out.
Yeah.
And that's where it was kind of like, okay, like, come on. And then didn't he like go and do some kind of um like pro bono work or something, and he was like trying to help out. But like still it's like I don't know. To me it's just like all of that stuff could have been prevented. All of it. If you had just gone to law school, done, your work or whatever, and just would have been done with it. And
But yeah,
especially
at the same time, like, can he go to law school after all of that? Like, he just pretended to be a lawyer, and then, I think he shot himself in the foot as soon as he pretended to be one.
Well, okay, so this is like murky, right? So sure, within like let's say those first couple of weeks, months, or whatever that he was representing himself as an attorney,
Hmm.
had he been caught then and there, that yes, that would have been like a big issue. But nobody knew aside from Harvey and Donna, right? So nobody knew. So in that time, if like let's say he would have, if Harvey would have said, I need him to do XYZ, because there's different things that you can do, like CLE, which is continuing legal education. Like those usually last about a day or whatever. Like he could have like gone and just done a whole bunch of stuff or whatever. Like, or Harvey could have pretended that he needed to do XYZ and whatnot, and he could have just been like doing part-time like school to get this all going, because like he already had, from what I remember, he already had been in school. He dropped out, so it's not like he'd be starting from the very bottom. He'd had already some stuff, like some groundwork, so it wouldn't have been like so labor intensive. But I mean, once it is known that you've done these things, then like I don't know that you would be allowed to get actual bar card or whatever licensed in that state. I don't know about other states because every state has like kind of different laws. Like in California, in lieu of going to law school, you can do I think 2 years of work at a firm under the basically under the apprenticeship of an actual attorney. So it's different in different places. So who knows, right? Like this was all like fictional, but still, it's like come on, there's all these things that like, or all these different ways in which he could have done better by just getting his law degree, and clearly he can pass the LSATs. Like that's not a problem. So anyway, that was, and then like as far as Donna, one of the things that I think has always kind of been like weird to me as well is non-attorneys wanting to be on par with attorneys when it comes to a firm.
Well,
Whoa.
executive assistants wanting to be, on par with everybody else.
I mean, she became COO though.
Nepotism, can we call that?
Either way, she still wasn't an attorney, so she still didn't have, like to basically say like, oh, this or that, she could do this that. Because at the end of the day, when you put the name on the door, people assume this is an attorney, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you don't want to, and then again, like she wasn't. She was like whatever. She was an executive assistant. She was a COO. Still, it's like, no, girl, no. That don't make no sense. But trust me, it happens in the real world. I've seen it. I've seen it.
I've seen it. Not in the legal field.
Yeah.
It's real. But we haven't mentioned Lewis, which is he's like one of the best characters. He is so funny. He went mudding. I think his like little romance with Sheila was great. Him trying to build a family. He just wanted to be accepted by Harvey. He wanted Harvey to be his best friend.
Yeah.
And that's all he wanted. Well, he also wanted his name on the wall.
Yes.
But I think he grew to be like one of my favorite characters. I think he could be a teddy bear and equal parts ass. Like, and then there was like one scene where they were like trying to gather their funds for, I don't even remember what at this point, all their legal troubles because of Mike.
Right.
And he turned out to be so rich. And Jessica and Harvey were like, well, what are you? Like the king of Brunei or something? The Sultan of Brunei? They're like, what? You don't invest your money properly? Like he's just like,
he's a financial person. Hello.
I know. I mean, I think I want to go to law school and be like a like Lois Lit. I mean Lois Lit. Lewis Lit. Lewis Lit. I really like this show. I definitely
you have to have like a character like Lois Lit, who was kind of like the antithesis of Harvey, and yeah, you could tell that like in large part he just wanted that acceptance. He just wanted like being how it's like maybe in school he wasn't like really all that accepted, and so he wanted the workplace to be a little bit different, especially because he was an attorney, so he had power, so he expected a certain amount of respect. But anyway, he was definitely something else, I think. And then like I remember that he wanted to be feared by like, the underlings or whatever. And it was it was always funny to me because it's like, of course they were like scared of him. No matter whether you like the attorney or not, you gotta do what they tell you. But I like that he was kind of afraid of Donna. I know how much you hate her, but like I love that he was like afraid of Donna, and he would show up to Harvey's office whenever Donna would go on like a pee break because she wouldn't stop him because she wasn't there. So anyway, so he was pretty funny. Like he definitely was like pretty funny, and the fact that he was like really smart when it came to like financial law and all that, like I thought that was pretty cool. Even if
I had a friend point out that I don't even know how she looked at this, but on Lewis's desk or like behind his desk by the window or whatever, like every season he had like different pictures. So season 1 it was like pictures of himself because he's so self-involved. I think he liked cats. Did he like cats?
he was kind of into them. Like there was
I think it was like himself and cats. And then as the seasons went on, he started adding more pictures of like other people and things like that. And I was like,
Yeah.
oh, that shows like some character evolution, I guess.
That's true. Yeah, growth
Yeah,
for sure. Aw, I like that.
I know.
But no, I don't think that I would have noticed that. Like, I definitely don't think I did. I think it was just because mainly every time they would put the camera on him, I was just so focused on his face, and like he'd make these faces that I'm like, what's
He's
wrong?
hilarious.
Yeah, I guess he was pretty funny, but like, yeah,
We need to talk about Harvey because he's just
you know,
so complex.
he really was. I thought it was funny that like some way somehow he always got his way, even if it wasn't like the best way, but like he would get like, what he wanted. And that he that one chick that he was involved with, what was her name? It was like a boy
Oh,
name.
that's who I wanted Harvey to be with. What was her name? Bobby?
Teddy, or I don't know, it
No.
was a guy name. I can't
Yeah.
remember. But
I always forget her name. I don't know why. Bobby. I'm gonna look her up.
yeah,
Continue.
I just
Yeah.
remember that like the chemistry with them, I thought like, whoa, whoa. Um and I think one of the first times that we see her on the show, she kind of played him, and he just was like shocked, like he could not, And then on top of that, she tells him that she's getting married, and I'm like, oh, dang, heartbreak. Like, not only did she like crush him in the legal field right now, but then broke his little heart or whatever was left of
Oh,
it.
what's her name?
I can't.
Scott. Dana Scott?
Scott, but they called her Scotty, I think. Or
Scotty.
yeah,
There we go.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it was like crazy to me that she could get under his skin a little bit, and it was
But
like
she would always like, I don't want to say come to his rescue, but she would just drop anything
for
for
him,
him, and he wasn't reciprocating that love. I needed them to be together. I thought they were, equally yoked. Not Paula,
but Donna.
whatever her name is. See, they did something wrong. They should have called her Paula.
But think about it. You just said it. Like Scotty would drop whatever to go and be there for him, but he wouldn't do that for her. So that was never going to work out if he couldn't match her energy. Like,
Paula did the same thing. She was like the secretary for what, 7 seasons, 8 seasons, till he was like, oh well, there's nobody else left. Let me be with Donna. I mean, it wasn't really like that, but that's the way I saw it. It was like this
because you're a hater and you want Harvey for yourself. That's why. Let's be real.
I won't admit it and I won't deny it.
Either way, Suits was a great show. I like that there's been this resurgence on Netflix. I do not like the idea of them trying to do, or people speculating that there could be a potential 10th season. No reason for that. The show ended well. No reason.
She thought it was a little too long. Like it was getting like, oh my God, they
Yeah.
kept having these like revolts and name changes and
Right.
Initially it was intended to be 9 seasons, if I'm not mistaken, which it was. Meghan Markle left after 7 because
Right.
Prince Harry and all.
Yeah.
So her and Mike Ross, Patrick J. Adams, they left the show. So they were so it was Harvey and crew for 2 more seasons.
Yeah.
So it kind of worked out. For season 10, I mean, unless it's just Harvey, there's nothing wrong. But I don't think, just like Sex in the City, this new iteration of whatever, and just now.
And just like that.
Eso mismo. You guys get it, okay?
Don't get me started on that one, because that's the problem right there.
Sometimes things are meant to be untouched. Like, just let it be. Leave it to our imagination. Like back then, it was just great. It ended. That's it. Yeah. No more. Like, we don't need.
Everybody got their happily ever after. Like you said, Harvey ended up with Donna. They got married.
That's right. But I don't want to see
got married
happily ever after now with kids and they grow old. No,
there's no reason.
I was tortured one too many times already. That's it.
Point is, leave it alone. Just enjoy it on Netflix the way we do all the other old shows. Rewatch. That's it. Like, oh, and pay these people because they're not getting the right residuals either, despite the fact that there's a resurgence. So, yeah, pay them. That's the last thing that I'll say about that.
Wait, but just backtracking on what I said, leave it alone. But bring it back if it's Harvey and Jessica Pearson. Maybe
Uh-huh.
they, I think Harvey moved to what, Seattle or something?
Seattle. Yeah.
And she moved to Chicago. I don't know. They could move
Did.
somewhere in Des Moines, meet in the middle, start a law firm, and then they will make a great show. Bring back Lewis Litt. I don't know why I keep calling him Lois. Lewis Litt, and it will be kind of great. Just kidding. Don't
I
do it.
think this wraps up our review. We're heading into some strange territory here. We are not TV writers or producers. No,
Yeah. Okay.
we're just out
Bye.
here.
We love you, Harvey. But
Yeah.
let us know if you've seen Suits in the comments. Do you like it? What do you think about, Rachel Zane, Patrick J. Adams? I don't know why I said the real name and then the fake name. What do you think about Meghan Markle, Patrick J. Adams, Harvey Specter, Gabriel Mock? Did you like the show? Do you want to be a lawyer? Let's discuss.
Yeah, for sure.
If you haven't already done so, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. We also have the socials ready.
We have the socials. Okay, so the Instagram account and the TikTok account that we have are at Hear Me Out DNE D Delta N 9 Echo.
What is the N? That's a good
because I was trying to think of that. The way that people do
Yeah.
Delta Niner.
Charlie.
Oh, it's Niner. Delta
Niner?
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, Hear Me Out DNE on both TikTok and Instagram. You guys can follow us, share our videos, comment, like, post them to your stories, or let people know that we're out here being crazy. We've enjoyed feedback that we've received recently, and it's a lot of fun interacting with you guys.
Yeah, guys, I just say things apparently out of my neck. Things that are very unpopular. I didn't think so, but it's all in good fun. I don't mean to offend. Relax. I actually find those comments kind of funny. Bring it on. All right, guys. We'll see you next time. Peace.